a difference, really. At the end of the day, people buy a record if they like it. You know, I think as long as one person can, maybe one person in 100 might like the lyric, but you may as well write a worthwhile lyric than just write, you know, Bye Bye Baby or whatever. It just makes a difference, I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with promotion. I mean, if you don't want to, you know, do things like this, you've never really got to sign a record contract. Nobody forces you to sign. If you're happy just playing live, you can just play in pubs for the rest of your life. I mean, I just think if you sign a record contract, you do interviews, you talk to people, and then as long as you can still make a valid statement in your music and your words, that's as far as it needs to go. That's the only integrity you need to keep.
I think all record companies try to restrict your freedom. It's just whether or not you let them do it. You know, whether you're content with yourself with what you've done, whether your art, you know, is destroyed by them or not. And we're, you know, quite happy with what we produce. So obviously we don't think we've been tampered with.
I think most major labels these days are less fond of nurturing bands. I think in the early 80s, you know, bands could stay on labels for 4 or 5 LPs, never really worry about selling anything. And now, you know, you have 1 or 2, you know, non-selling LPs and they're not interested. That level of sort of A&R belief in music has just gone. They're much more interested in just sales. I don't think we could be bothered to be in a band if we thought we had to write songs for the record company.
It's just a part of it that
it would just
there's
be
a lot of pressure on you. I mean, in this day and age, you can't avoid the fact that if you don't sell records, no one's interested in you. You know, bands like, say, Simple Minds, Neck and the Bunnymen, they were allowed to go on for ages without selling any records because they believed in their artistic gain, but it just doesn't happen anymore, unless you're American. When I go home to my mum and dad, she doesn't treat me as a pop star at all. It's pretty easy.
And I think when we come to London, if we ever go out, we go to pretty normal places. We don't go to like exclusive nightclubs which nobody else can get into. We go to places where anybody can turn up and pay £3 and get in. Not really interested in going anywhere showbiz. It was just in a really old house, and it just about albino dogs running around everywhere. Just wanted. The director thought it would just symbolise losing a sense of freedom. Not much more than that, really. I think video is a very sort of arrested art form. There's not much you can do. You can't really make a video unless you show a band for a start. A lot of TV companies wouldn't show a video unless it's like 50% band performance, you know, which makes it a very dull art form. Videos would be much better if bands didn't appear in it. Just the nature of selling a record means you've got to. I'd always rather be judged as a band rather than individuals. We've always had that sort of identity.
Right from the start, we were always sort of talked about as a band. You know, it wasn't different personalities or anything, which a lot of stuff, as like we had Happy Mondays or whatever at the time, it's just Sean Ryder or Bears, and a lot of the bands were like that, pretty faceless musicians, and we were always judged on band terms.